Well, first of all, confidence-wise, I don't think we've lacked confidence. I think inner kind of the depth of confidence improves because when you get results, of course, and it knocks away a few stories and a few question marks. I mean, we've still got lots of work to do, but I think there's been more positive signs over the last probably 4, 5, 6 games, maybe. And then, regarding the performance, I thought we certainly had a golden chance in the first half and we created some other moments. We still know, I think we've got to tidy up in the front third. And then really, I think the performance was built on what we've done many times, which is that kind of strength of unity in the group and the willingness to work for each other and then find the right moments and the right margins. But, and I think we did that well tonight. There's still a good outfit. There's a bit of noise around there, but they've still got some quality players. And I think we used that well tonight to almost put them kind of out of what rhythm they're looking for, if you like, and make it awkward for them. And I thought we did that well over the game.
The red card, certainly from the outside, looked fairly obvious. Should you have been playing 9 men by the end of the game?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not a fan. You know what I'm like with the physical side of the game. I think it's to a level which is absurd now. You can't touch anyone. But I don't want to see players get sent off. But if the rules are the rules, you can't. Well, in my opinion, I don't know how. If Shaka's getting sent off, I don't know how, and then it doesn't. I mean, and VR and all that. I mean, I'm a big fan of VR, but for me, that takes 5 seconds. That's as soon as I saw it afterwards. I couldn't see it from where I was on the pitch, obviously, but as soon as I saw it afterwards, that gets done straight away for me. But it didn't. They actually responded well, I thought. Credit to them, because the 10-man situation, I thought it gave them something to almost grow again. It was almost like, that freedom comes weirdly because everyone, the expectation changes. And I thought they responded well to that and almost gave them a cause, if you like, to take it on. And I thought the next sort of 10, 12 minutes or so, they responded very well, and they had a couple of chances. I mean, Popey saved, saves you'd think he would make, but he's still got to make them. And then we calmed it down, and then we looked a little bit more in control of things, without being total control, of course, because they're still a good outfit, even with 10. And then we nick a good goal for delivery, that is. For delivery, I'm aware it's an own goal, but really good delivery, as I thought it was from set pieces tonight. So, and then saw the game out pretty well after that.
Is the major difference, though, between your squad and their squad that your squad know the territory, they know what is expected, they can get out of these situations, and Arsenal, with the greatest respect, aren't used to being in this sort of situation, are they?
No, I'm not going to start questioning sides like Arsenal and the depth of squad they've got, the quality they've got there, the manager. I'm not going to start questioning that. That's their challenge. What I would say is that we've had a tough start. We thought it might be because of the injuries. We've responded well to the challenge that's right in front of us, which is quite apparent. That's you've got to start winning games, and I think we responded well to that. The energy's always been good, and the belief in the squad, but I think it's going back to where we were. And no, not a massive surprise, but we are getting people fit again. And once that fitness comes, you get a bit more depth, and then you get the competitive instinct of a group of players who are fighting for their shirts. And then, of course, you're taking on the games possibly in a kind of better shape because you've got more players and they're fitter and they're sharper and they're at Premier League fitness. So I think that's coming. I know we've still got people coming back with Corky and Johan, who's still having a few ups and downs. Bardo, of course, and Dale Stevens as well. They're getting back to full fitness. Look, it doesn't guarantee anything. What it does, it increases your chances of performing, and therefore, if you're performing, you've got an increased chance of winning games.
Thanks a lot. Safe trip home.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. Chris Borden, please.
Thanks, Sean. You're right.
Hiya.
Just that defensive base, honestly, since Ben came back in at Brighton, you've been, the City game aside, you're giving yourself a chance, aren't you? Staying in games and then giving yourself the opportunity to go and nick them.
Well, I spoke early season about the margins, and we won't get on the right side, but we're beginning to again. It's been an important part of our past in the Premier League, and will be again. We have to do that. I think the feel of the group has changed. Not just Ben, to be fair. But, I mean, he came back in, but I think Tarky missed a bit of pre-season with a toe injury, and them two have been in excellent form for a number of seasons, or certainly the last couple. That's for sure. Increased fitness levels for players who have been out a while. So they've been getting sharper again. Not just defensively, but in attack as well. So I think are coming together in many things. And I don't, I must make it clear, there's no guarantees. I was just saying there's no guarantees. That doesn't mean we're going to win loads of games on the trot. What it does mean is you've got a better chance, because if you've got your best players and all players for that matter fit and well, and Premier League fit and sharp, then it increases your chances of getting the outcomes you want.
What does it say about your discipline? You mean your lads are never seemingly drawn into these situations and incidents? They keep cool heads on.
Well, look, I'm not going to question are the players. We've made it clear to the players how we want them to perform. There's certain elements of the game that I've not been overly happy with. As you know, I don't really want our players to get involved in them. We don't get a lot. I must say, I didn't think we got a lot tonight of them incidents. You know, them ones that if you do roll around and yelp and all that, I think you get them. I don't think we get a lot tonight. But that being said, don't overly want that either from the players. So, look, I ask him not to respond with referees. I ask him not to get involved with that. I do my fair share when I think it's appropriate and right. But I certainly say to players, look, just play hard, play fair, and get on with the task in front of us. Stay focused, actually, on the game.
Yeah, it's not quite dropping for Woody at the moment, but he's getting in the right position still, isn't he?
Yeah, he's working. He wants to be in the right position. I've always said, I don't question strikers if they're missing chances. I question if they're not in there to get the chances. And he's in there. It's a good chance, to be fair. But they'll start going in. All the strikers, I've got faith in all of them. So, as long as we keep creating chances aside, they'll start going in.
Appreciate that.
Excuse me.
How you done, Chris? Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks. Yeah.
Alex James, please. Like size.
Hi, Sean.
Hiya.
I know you don't like to single out individuals, but a word on Josh Brownell tonight. He seemed to be everywhere and leading that midfield from the front and seems to have sort of slotted into Premier League football really well since he joined.
I think there was a number of good performances, to be honest. I think the team element was there, and I thought that was there early on. I thought the shape was good, the energy was good. He certainly played his part in that. I think he's maturing into what it is in the Premier League, and his work ethic is superb. His energy output and his coverage is excellent. But he's one of a number of players who slowly but surely have found their feet with us and in the Premier League, and we want him to continue to do well, quite obviously.
Does this have the feel of a sort of turning point in the season, or is that perhaps been a bit over dramatic from our point of view?
No, I think what it does, it just reminds ourselves before anyone else of the good work that we can do. But it also reminds us of the effort that you've got to put in, because the increase in demand has been good from the last probably 5 or 6 performances. There was a big blip against Man City, but I did say they're top class outfit. They do punish you when they're in that kind of mood, which they did on the day. But either side of that, I was quite pleased with the performances. If you remember, I did remark on it, and I think we're getting back to a unit that can get the right side of the margins, which we've had to do before, and we will have to do it again this season. So I think we're moving forward again, and it doesn't guarantee results, but it gives you a whole better chance if then performance levels are increasing in the way they are tactically, the way they are physically, and certainly the mental demands of the group. Because that's been important for us. That mentality to take on any challenge, no matter who we're playing and where we're playing.
And just lastly, away from this one tonight, but a proud moment for yourself with Max getting an outing for Northampton yesterday.
Well, I can assure you, I'm equally proud of my daughter who's doing brilliant at school. So different challenge, but same outcome. 2 young kids who are working very hard at what they do.
Were you able to get to the game or not?
No, unfortunately not. But I had FaceTime on a train on my wife's iPad, watching that way. So if that makes sense, through my FaceTime, watching an iPad with him on the screen. So I did the best I could, I would say.
Great stuff. Thanks, Sean. Well done tonight.
Thanks, Alex. Nick Callow from Haters, please. Nick, your hands up.
Beg your pardon. Sean, I just wonder what your thoughts are on Arsenal. I know they're not your team, but they're not used to being down at this end of the table. Would you say they're in a relegation battle along with everyone else down there?
No, my thoughts are they've got some excellent players. They've got a manager who's, I'm sure, working hard with his staff to create what they want from their side. Things are not built in a day. It does take time. They've still got very, very good players that they've invested heavily over the last few years. It's actually a strange one. It's actually refreshing in a way to know that it's not just us that can find some things tough. Even the teams, the big clubs, and have times when they do find it tough, and they'll be working to find their way out of it. But they've still got some top players, in my opinion.
So have you got any advice from Mikel?
Absolutely not. He'll be finding his own way. I'll concentrate on my lot.
Cheers. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. I can't see any more hands up. Does anybody in the Nationals want to come in before we finish?